What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Social Circuit. We're going to start today's show with something that happened on Twitter last week. Now, as you may have heard, NASCAR champion Jimmie Johnson and Formula One's Fernando Alonso will be swapping rides in Bahrain later this month, and they had a couple of cool teaser videos until finally making their announcement.
Will you let me drive your car?
Well, this should be pretty great. Personally, I can't wait to see how Jimmie handles a Formula One car, but what's not so great is uncalled for negativity. Jimmie Johnson called out a reporter who tweeted out the following: "Click here to watch Jimmie Johnson and Fernando Alonso fake talk on the phone to each other and plan a big party in Bahrain." Well, Jimmie retweeted saying, "This is so helpful. Thanks for your positivity." So what if they're always on the phone? When you travel a lot like they do, or you're in a long-distance relationship, you need to be on the phone a lot to keep it interesting. And secondly, where's this party in Bahrain? And where was our invitation? But in all seriousness, the internet is full of negativity. Why add more? And just know that Jimmie Johnson is out there and will clap back at you if you act salty online. Earlier this week, GP3 announced on the series' official Twitter account a friendly competition between some of the teams, and fans get to decide the winner. In your opinion, which of these three photos best encapsulates their team spirit? The photo with the most likes and shares wins, so be sure to cast your vote by liking or sharing your favorites. We think they're all fantastic, but the internet was showing particular love to Trident, and we definitely agree that they knocked it out of the park with that racing car. And I promise I'm not being biased. Ahead of this weekend's Brazilian Grand Prix, Toro Rosso shared a video on Twitter where Brendan Hartley gives a very interesting and quick explanation of what all the buttons on his Formula One steering wheel do.
So we're going to talk about the Formula One steering wheel. A lot of buttons and switches, I don't know exactly how many, and a lot of them are multifunction, giving us a lot of information, and we can also scroll through different pages. Both surface and carcass, which is extremely important in Formula One, obviously, which mainly we look at the lights. So these are the shift lights, a 35-page manual, so I'm not going to have time to go through the whole thing. Gear changes on the back, so up and down, which we use very often. DRS, a little bit more. Obviously, there's always a penalty later. From the rear, we go up and up on diff entry, as an example. Pit limiter, very important, we activate this at the right time.
Now, the only piece of information I could remember after watching that clip was this.
There's a 35-page manual. So
There's a 35-page manual for the steering wheel? Maybe that's why it's so hard to get into Formula One. If the manual for the steering wheel is 35 pages long, I can't imagine how long they have to study for that. And then they have to know all the rules on top of that, and how to fuel save, and did I put the right fire suit on, and where's my helmet, and did I pee before getting into the car, and racing is hard. And as the drivers gear up for the Brazilian Grand Prix this weekend, some of them shared selfies during their travels, and we couldn't help but notice a resemblance between two drivers and a very familiar cartoon face.
Hey, who's that handsome guy?
And last but not least, if you've ever fancied a trip to Vietnam and happen to be a fan of motorsports, well, pack your bags. For the first time ever in 2020, a Formula One Grand Prix will be held in the country on a street circuit in a suburb in Hanoi. That's it for today, guys. You can check out our previous episodes by searching Social Circuit on motorsport.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.